All right. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Coach McCafferty here with Matt Herman, who is an upcoming senior at Christian Brothers Academy. He just finished a great junior year where he had a PB in the 800 of 159.03, in the 110 hurdles of 16:01, and 400 meters 55.47. What was your best split on the 4x4?
I think 51.3. I think I ran that at Penn and then at Shore Conference, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool, great. Yeah, Herman, as you can see, is a jack of all trades. It's must be. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but it must be difficult to do the straightaway event plus four turns at one point. So anyway, so why don't you start us off with how you started track and field?
I started it really casually in middle school. Like in sixth grade, I came out for track just to like stay in shape for soccer, which was like my main sport at the time. And I kind of stuck with it in the seventh and eighth grade. Got thrown into the 400 at some point, and then it just kind of stuck.
Okay, where'd you go to middle school?
Cedar Drive in Coltsneck.
Okay, nice, very nice. What brought you to CBA?
Definitely a common answer, but the academics definitely were important to me. And then oddly enough, the soccer program made me want to come to CBA. I wanted to play soccer at CBA since I was in like fifth or sixth grade.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, the soccer program at CBA is very, very good as well. They've won multiple state championships, especially in the last 5 to 10 years. So, both track and soccer do quite well. What's your favorite part about CBA track?
I know Cam gave this answer. It's pretty common, but the brotherhood is definitely great. There's something really special that you don't really see. In fact, I don't think you see any schools that, at least who we compete against, where you kind of get that giant section of athletes. Some students who aren't on the track team occasionally, just all in a pack, screaming, shouting. It really helps a lot more than like anyone could ever understand, unless you're like in the situation where you're hearing all the screams, and it's great.
Now, why do you think that is?
I think that it kind of, we work so hard, and we see each other grow so much over the years that we feel really close to each other. So we want to really go out there and support our teammates, because each and every one of us really knows just how much of a difference that makes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I've noticed I've only taught in the school 1 year now, and I've noticed it not just on the athletic team, as I've seen it for years now, but within the school, it's there as well, which is pretty cool to see, and it kind of extends itself into extracurriculars, not just sports, but other things as well. So good. Let's see. What's it like having to do such varied events? I mean, on the one hand, you're running a straightaway event, which requires quite a bit of speed, and then transitioning to the 800 at times. What is it like having to do that?
I enjoy it quite a lot. I mean, it's weird because sometimes, like in indoor, I ran a bunch of 800s, and then in outdoor, I ran some more 110 hurdles, and I ran 55. So it's definitely strange, like seeing how it like changes throughout the seasons and mixing it up like every couple meets. But I definitely enjoy it in the sense that I started off as a sprinter, and I still am very much a sprinter, but it helps I really enjoyed getting to know the distance guys more from doing the 800, working with you a little bit more, kind of getting some more perspective. And it's really good I think, just to get a different, like more diversity in who I'm training with and who I'm like talking to.
Yeah, I think you and Jason had a good little crew training together, especially on the distance runs, because he kind of understood what that was all about, and
Yeah,
so he taught you that a little bit. What is your favorite of all those events?
definitely 400 hurdles. I like the mix of the speed and the strength there. It kind of meets in the middle between the 4 and the 8.
All right. Yeah, cool. Let's see. What are your goals for this coming year?
I definitely say, I won Shore Conference this year. I'd really like to do that again. I'd like to take a shot at winning states, and then, that 400 hurdle record is looking like something that's possible. So I'd like to go for that, but I'll have to definitely keep working at it.
Yeah, there's been quite a few in recent years who have been very close to that record, and Jackito. I guess Jackito would have been probably our best shot to this point, but he lost the 2020 season in the spring, correct?
I think you mean O'Hara.
O'Hara, yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah. Jackito was really close. O'Hara, I think Jackito were in low 53s, correct? And
Uh,
O'Hara was in the mid 53s, I want to say, as a junior. So, and then 2020 came along. So maybe this will be your shot.
yeah.
Maybe you'll take a shot at it.
And then maybe the 4x4 record too. We've been talking about that. That'd be nice. We think we have a good unit this year. Definitely go top 5, go under 320, and take a shot at the record if we can.
Was it right? 316?
I think it's 315 something. There's 315 teams.
Okay, that's fast.
48.9 average,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty fast.
that's a goal that we all have in mind this year. So hopefully we can use that as motivation.
Good. Yeah, you guys had a big breakthrough at Penn Relays. It was nice
Mhm.
being part of that and seeing that and everything. How's your summer training going so far?
It's going well. Like the sprinters as a whole have shown like we're in really good shape, especially compared to last year.
Good.
We feel good. I've gotten back into hurdling, been working on that, working on high hurdles because I feel like I definitely have to step up in that a little bit more this year.
Good. Yeah, I saw Schatzel today, this morning. We were finishing up practice, and he was showing up at Homedale to do his workout because I guess he's working tonight. So good for him. And again, all the pieces of the puzzle have to come together for us all to be good. Yeah, and this is I didn't ask this of Cam, and maybe I should have, but because two of you are going to be big for us in terms of leadership. I think both of you kind of are in two different areas. Cam is in the sprinting into jumping, which do work hand in hand, but you're in an area where you do run on relays. I mean, you train with the sprinters, fully, but you do run on relays and take part in, things like Penn Relays 4x8 you were on. So how do you think you can help lead this team and kind of bring the team together, which I think personally over the pandemic, we kind of lost our, I think each event group was okay, but I think across the event groups, it's been difficult because we had to be separate all the time. So how do you think you can lead this team and bring everybody together better?
I'll start off I'll give myself some more time to think about like the bridging the gap part. I think definitely on just like the sprinting side, we definitely had a smaller senior class yesterday. They were very good. I felt like I really became close with them. So since we had so few seniors in like the sprinting and jumping area, a lot of us juniors kind of had to help them out a little bit and like kind of fill some more roles. Whereas in past years, we've had way bigger senior classes. So they've had the numbers to kind of take control. So that definitely helped with kind of seeing, what would stick with the younger guys, what they kind of responded to.
Right.
And then in terms of like bridging the gap between the different, the sprinting and the distance guys, I think it's definitely good that I'm kind of able to see both sides of it because, I've really become close with a lot of the distance guys. So I feel like, if I'm kind of hanging around them a little bit at practice, there's definitely guys who cross over who are friends from school. So I hope that they can kind of like hang out and we can just kind of stay together as a team and kind of set a precedent for the younger guys to like be friends like among the different event groups.
Good, cool. I like that answer. It's a tough thing to do, and I think Mr. Torsha, myself, Mr. Cusick, now Mr. Lunny, and Mr. Sanderson are always trying to pull that off. Sorry, my dog is. Give it a second. He's 10 pounds and he's a lunatic. So anyway, so here's another question before I get to the fun ones. What's your favorite workout that you guys do?
I definitely like doing the speed stuff at the end of outdoor when we kind of cut it down, did some 150 buildups, stuff like that. But other than that, I think this is a very unpopular answer. I get some hate, not hate, but you know what I'm saying. Some discontent across the team when I say this, but baseball loops.
Oh God.
They're widely hated, but I don't know. It's suited right in my wheelhouse of events.
Right.
So I feel like it's a good workout. It's not very fun when you're doing it, but it's always very satisfying when you're done. You feel like you got really good workout in. So I'm going to go with baseball loops.
Okay. They're like 800 meters, right? Or something like that.
Something like that. It's
Yeah.
long. It's like the longest thing we do basically.
Yeah, and for those listening, it's or watching, it often gets muddy and gross and wet, so it can be pretty terrible. I remember a day we ran NXN, and this is maybe 2016, 15, 14, 14, maybe a long time ago, a while ago, and we didn't run well. And Mr. Heath had everybody do. They were doing a combo of the 3/4 loop, which envelops part of the baseball loop, and then the baseball, like mixing it up a little bit. And there was a foot of water. And I remember Heath just saying, "You never know when you're going to have to run in this again." So yeah, I think some of the cross country guys hate that workout. But anyway, I'm glad that's your favorite. All right, now for some fun ones. What is your favorite track to run on?
I'm gonna have to
And
go with
leave out
Neptune.
CBA because we haven't been able to do it
Yeah,
yet, but soon.
I'm
So
gonna have to go with Neptune.
okay,
I've ran
cancel
some
the
good
same
races
thing.
there. You get a lot of feedback. It's good for sprinting, I feel like. I've
Right.
PB'd a couple of times there. And also when they hosted the short conference meet this year, they did a good job of, with hurdling, it gets weird sometimes in the middle of meets because you can't go on the track oftentimes. And at that meet, they didn't let us go on the infield, but they did set up hurdles on the baseball field, which was nice for us to be able to actually warm up. So that they have my respect for that.
Yeah, and those of you that don't know Neptune, Neptune has a beautiful facility. The baseball field is turf, so they were able to hurdle on the turf. My complaints about Neptune is it gets windy sometimes, and
That's
there's
fair, yeah.
zero shade anywhere.
Mhm.
I wish they could plant some trees it would probably help both of those things. But this past year when we went there, it was hot, but it wasn't windy or anything.
Mhm.
So yeah. All right, favorite food or favorite place to get food in the CBA area?
I'm copying another one of Cam's answers, but Tommy's. It's definitely popular among the sprinters.
Man, I have not been there. I gotta go there. I just hear nothing but good things about it.
It's really good, good atmosphere, good
What do you
food.
get there?
I like to mix it up. I either get like the wings are popular, they're good. I'm a big French onion soup guy. I get that sometimes as a starter, and then some like a burger or like
Nice.
some chicken. I don't know. I like to mix it up.
Just like what you do on the track, you do many different things. There's nothing to stick with. I'm the guy that I go to the restaurant and I get the same exact thing every time. So my wife is funny because she'll get something different and not like it half the time, but I always like mine. And lastly, what is your favorite class at CBA? And I'm going to add to this. There's going to be a B part. So what's your favorite class at CBA?
Like a specific class or like a
Yeah.
subject?
Whatever you want. It's up to you.
That's a tough question. I'm gonna go with. I honestly don't know.
Okay. Let me give you the B part, and this might help. Who's
Okay.
your favorite teacher at CBA?
You're really putting me on the spot here.
Well, I don't teach you, so you're not going to offend me. So, because you don't take Latin week.
I'll rattle off my college rec teachers who I have writing my rec letters. Mr. Frake, Profe Wittis, and Mr. Cusick.
Okay.
Oddly enough, are all friends or married. So
Yeah. What's crazy is I believe, well, Mr. Frake and Dr. Wittis are married, of course.
Mhm.
And Mr. Cusick lived with Mr. Frake, didn't he? I think so.
Maybe. I know they were friends from
Bucknell.
somewhere along the line. Bucknell, yeah.
Wow, look at that. Okay, cool. They're good people. They're positive influences. Cusick most of the time positive influence. The other two are definitely positive all the time. But yeah. All right. Thank you so much for the interview. I'll get it posted today or tomorrow. And good luck with the rest of the summer and your season. Let me
Thank
stop
you.
recording and then we'll chat real quick.